This is so weird. I know it's just being on this side of the table, but it just feels so different. Welcome to season 9 of the No Dishes podcast, presented by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. They have a wide variety of services. You can find out more at GameDayMen'sHealth.com. I've been seeing them for 5 months, have lost over 50 pounds, but they do so much more than just weight loss. We're so appreciative to them of showing their support for the local restaurant community and highlighting the people that make it go. DJ, spin that track.
Hey, say, honey, let's go out to eat. Relieve our culinary duties. With all these restaurants to sweep us off our feet, they're bound to turn us into foodies. No dishes, no dishes, no dishes. We'll have a bottle of wine, relax and have a good time. No dishes, no dishes.
My, how the tables have turned. In his exclusive Geordie Under 40, we have Jordan Davis, host of the No Dishes podcast, joining us for his second visit in the guest chair. It's been 2 or 3 years since we had you last on that side of the table. The tables have turned. Please welcome to No Dishes, Jordan Davis.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
Pleasure to be here.
How you doing tonight?
This is so weird. I know it's just being on this side of the table, but it just feels so different.
I feel like I did turn this up really bright, didn't I? It's normally not this bright. See, I can do these when I'm on set. I can turn the light down.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it's nice for you to get some camera time.
It's few and far between, but I'm glad to be back in the hot seat. I got big shoes to fill, bowling shoes, that is.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about a number of things. We often get to hear little bits and pieces and small windows into the life and times of Jordan Davis, Director of Operations at the Chocolate Mousse, DJ JD.
Nailed it, yeah.
Bloomington Bar Bingo, last but not least, Taste of Bloomington as of a month or so ago, and also soon to be one of the Chamber's 40 under 40 to be awarded this week.
Yeah,
actually.
4 under 40. Yeah.
Last week when the podcast comes out, it's 4 under 40. I thought it was 40 under 40.
So in Indy, they do 40 people. Bloomington, I feel like they'd have everybody under 40 after a few years.
We'll just call it Geordie under 40.
It's good. That works.
That's the one I'm rolling with on that.
Okay.
Where do you want to start? I think Taste is in a lot of people's minds. I think there was 40,000 people downtown Bloomington.
Almost.
Tell me, what was that all about for you? How was that?
Yeah, so Taste was wild. It was, we had very high expectations going into it with, not having happened since 2019, the beautiful weather we got very fortunate with, and it blew our expectations out of the water. So we did a couple different things, and I'd love to share with, I get to look at this one now. Hey. Just share some of, the info that we've gotten and just what happened with it. So a lot of people showed up, saw an amazing event. It was the first time on Kirkwood. For me, it was really cool to have the sample gates behind the stage and just to see the street vitalized like that and just being used. And it was just really, really cool. So we did a couple different metrics to figure out how many people were there. We had a bunch of photos that our friend Pat East used some different AI bots to kind of analyze through different times throughout the day. And that shows us at about 20,000 people for the attendance throughout the event. Some a little higher, some a little lower, but that's the number we kind of went with. The city has some data that uses some cell phone location stuff, and that number showed 34,000. Regardless, we were very happy. Wild success. 2019, I had 10,000 people for reference. And then the economic impact, which is really important. We had 50 food vendors, 8 alcohol vendors everything's local. Did over almost $250,000 in revenue. And so that's not to mention the economic impact on local Kirkwood restaurants, bars that saw people go in there because it was so busy that they're like, we're going to pop up to upstairs and look down at this crowd. But it was really an amazing day. The committee that worked with me to put it together did an amazing job. Our sponsors were really grateful for because of them, we were able to show that this model works of free to attend, not having to pay for a ticket. So thank you to all the sponsors that helped make it happen, all the vendors that busted their butts, all the bands that played. It was really, really an incredible day. And I'm consider myself very fortunate. The old organizers, Talisha and Ron and Dave, and all the other trusted me to take it and run with it and to have this new vision of how it looked like with food $5 or less, free to attend on Kirkwood. So as long as I'm in charge, those three things are staying the same. I'm keeping it. I want to keep it on Kirkwood as long as they'll let me. I want to keep the food $5 or less, and I want to keep it free to attend.
Let's roll it back real quick. You mentioned a number, the economic impact.
Yeah.
For those who were there as a food vendor, alcohol vendor, the gross amount of money that you can calculate, right? Because there's a lot of ripple effects that aren't included.
Yeah.
But what was that number again? Let's hear it. Run it home.
Yeah. So it was right around $230,000.
That's amazing.
For the 50 food vendors and the 8 alcohol vendors and Bad Knees who sold our merch, which is, really incredible.
So if you're not yet a food vendor, get your act together for next year. Because I heard there was a lot of people with lines, not like in a bad way, but like there's a lot of people there. You got a lot of mouths to feed. People wanted to come back for seconds. People were running out of product because they're the high demand.
Yeah.
We had some guests on talking about running on bikes and stuff to their shop back and forth to get, restocked back up again. So it sounds like for at least, the chocolate mousse, obviously you have a large part in what they have going on with having a food stall, a food table. You guys were a part of that number, selling lemon shake-ups and ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a great impact for you guys directly, but for the community of small businesses, mom and pop shops that were there on Kirkwood. Such an amazing impact.
Yeah, it was great. When I got the blessing from the old organizers to take it and run with it, I didn't know. We talked about No Dishes being the entity that puts it on. We don't quite have the bank account to back it, but you've been great, and we've been able to use No Dishes to highlight it, promote it, and people that took part, and then just did a taste specific episode. But eventually Justin Levelstone at the Chocolate Mousse said, let's put it on as a Chocolate Mousse event. We've been doing Food Truck Friday for so long. So we're going to run it one more year under the Chocolate Mousse. And then in the meantime, I'm going to form a 501c3 nonprofit, and we'll put it on as a nonprofit event moving forward, which I'm just really excited for, man. It's going to be cool. And, there's some things we learned. We got hit in the mouth with a ton of trash. And so we're going to have a better plan in place on how to handle all that trash.
So there were a few dishes left over at the end.
Yeah. Well, no dishwashing.
Some clamshells, maybe.
Yeah. So we learned from that. We did what we could with the intersections as far as what the police would let us shut down. And we had to move a lot of volunteers that were originally intended to do other tasks to kind of watch the intersections. So thankful to all the volunteers. I didn't thank them earlier. Just so many people came together to make the event happen. But some of the things is, all the food vendors, not the food trucks, but almost all of them were on the 200 block in front of the Graduate because that was the only place we could get power. So we're going to see what our options are to spread the power out to make it so everyone's not bunched together quite as much. The whole reason we did it was we couldn't find other options, but now we have a little bit more lead time to kind of figure it out. We know what we're doing now. This is our first year putting it on. So for myself and the committee, our first year organizing it, could not be more proud of the job that we did. And just the turnout and the community support was incredible. But now, instead of just being like, okay, we just need to bring this thing back in this whole new model, now we can be like, okay, the model works, the location works. Yes. Now we can really dive into the nitty gritty, maybe add some fun things like they used to do like server races back in the day or things of that nature. So I don't know. Oh, No Dishes exclusive. This has not been announced yet on the
Do I even know about it?
I don't know. So this hasn't been announced yet on the Taste of Bloomington socials or anything. So you're hearing it here first, most likely. August 1st, 2026.
Bum, bum, bum. We got a date.
Kirkwood.
We got a date.
Yeah, so once again, it's the first Saturday in August, right before MCCSC goes back to school. But yes, August 1st, 2026, Taste of Bloomington coming back.
Looking forward to it. Well, it certainly was a pooling of the community. Obviously, we talked about the food vendor front and the successes everyone saw, but having 20,000, who knows, plus or minus, people coming through, it really does pull the community together, people who enjoy the food, enjoy the music, or are maybe a part of one of those restaurants in some way, shape, or form, all coming together. But that's not the only thing that we had come out of the Taste of Bloomington.
What? I don't know. I was like, what else came out of it?
Well, I don't know if it played a part or not, but you've been named a 4 under 40.
I'm sorry. I was so confused. Like, what else came out of it?
A nail biter.
Yeah.
Well, I think, I mean, I'm not a part of the chamber, but I think they weigh out a lot of different attributes when it comes to selecting folks who have an impact on the community, who are maybe involved in small business in some way, and obviously under the age of 40.
Yeah.
And so I would think, from where I'm seated and seeing the path you forged in the last few years since we started collaborating together, that it probably played a role in your selection and your award of what that is. So tell me a little about what it means to you, or what the impact is. People have been talking about it, that sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, it means a lot. Yeah. I mean, I care so deeply about the Bloomington community, and I hope that shows in all the things that I'm involved in. And there's just a lot of people to thank. Nobody, I quit, as we talked about on the podcast a lot, I quit drinking a little over 3 years ago. You and I met, I think, 2 months. I was sober. I'd been sober for like 2 months. Mm-hmm. And you wanted to potentially open a food truck. Can we talk about it? Are we allowed?
Well,
I don't want to give your idea away.
I don't mind giving the idea away, but I have learned, I don't know if you and I have talked about this, but I've learned that the word now in Gen Z speak means something that we probably don't want it to mean anymore. So I don't even know if I want to mention the name of that.
It's okay.
Well, everyone knows, like, Chinese and Thai food, they have crab rangoons.
Yes. Yeah.
And so the whole idea would be to spin off a rangoon into different styles, like not just, cream cheese and crab, but you could have peanut butter and jelly. You could have a cheeseburger, and it would be called the Goon Squad.
Yeah. And I thought it was a great idea.
And if you don't know what that means nowadays, don't look up the Gen Z meaning.
Again, this was October of 2022.
Yes.
So not what it means now, but yes, that was the concept. And you and I were kind of acquaintances, had a lot of mutual friends that hung out a handful of times, would see each other around. But you're like, hey, I want to open this food truck. Let's talk. And then I was kind of talking about, you're like, hey, how's the podcast going? And Wes, who was the producer that started with me, Wes is the man. Mm-hmm. But he had just been kind of worn out. I hadn't been the best business partner. And so I don't blame him one bit. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just tapped out on it. I'm going to focus on other projects. I'm like, cool.
It seemed like more of like a fun thing you guys were doing during COVID, right? It was kind of almost a hobby, not really a business venture. Yeah, well, there was some aspect that was supposed to be a business venture when we started No Dishes. But the idea was, I had been writing these food reviews, right when COVID hit, because Sadie had started the bingo and you post the thing. And I just was like, oh, I'll write a little thing. And those kind of took off and kind of garnered their own following. People were like, you should start a podcast. So myself, and then Abel Garcia and Wes Lasher did No Dishes for 3 audio-only seasons, but we made no money the entire time. And that's really hard to sustain. It's a lot of work that goes into doing an episode consistently, all of that. And again, ultimately, I just wasn't a very consistent individual in a lot of different ways. So it meant a lot to me that you were willing, I was only 2 months sober, to partner with me to take No Dishes, turn it into what we see today. Yeah. And so I'm very, very grateful for that. And, that's back to the original question of the 4 under 40. Like, I just can't even put into words how much it means to me because of how many people supported me at my lowest. I was a shell of my current self, was a very inconsistent employee, boss, brother, all the different roles that I am in my life, like, just wasn't the best version of myself. Now, it's a mixed bag when I look back on it. Before I quit drinking, I started doing the bingo that I do many years ago. I started the podcast before that. Like, most of the stuff I'm doing now, I had already started. But now in my sobriety, I've been able to take it and really run with it, do so much more with it, grow with it. But none of that happens without forgiveness, understanding, support, love from so many people. You, my family, Lovey, Tim, Duggar, like, just so many people that really have helped me get to this point. So
that's like when I'm like, okay, I need to. Oh, and also Aaron Biggs with Chocolate Mousse. Got to shout out Aaron.
He's like the second episode we did together. I
yeah,
think.
and he's got Aaron's just the man, and he's just had my back and been there for me through so much. So yeah, I look at it as like, yeah, it's a really cool recognition. I do work my ass off. I am involved in a lot of stuff that I really enjoy. The New Hope for Families board, the Visit Bloomington board, the West Foundation board, some unpaid just work that just helps the community. And then the other things, you know, that we've already kind of talked about. So it's like, while I'm getting the recognition, would not happen if it wasn't for everyone else. So I'm so happy that family and friends and those that have been there and supported me to get to this point are able to join me on Thursday and celebrate at the Chamber Awards. I appreciate the Chamber, and they've got the people at the Chamber are so great. All of them over there, Eric, Katie, Grace, Chris, Stacia, like, I know I'm forgetting somebody and I'm sorry, but the whole Chamber crew is amazing. And yeah, I'm happy, just fortunate that a couple people thought enough of the work that I've been doing to nominate me, and then that the Chamber thought enough of it to select me. And the three people that I'm, the other three of the four, are all very incredibly talented women in our community. Ann Lloyd used to be Ann Bono, works for IU, does a ton of great stuff. Sydney Zulik on city council. She's like 22, 23 on city council, and just really a great advocate for so many people that need it. And then Melanie Vestlage, I think is how you say her last name, does a lot of like recovery work, used to work in the health department. So to be alongside those three is an honor just in and of itself. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool, man. It feels cool to be recognized, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows that it did nothing. I don't think anyone achieves that stuff alone. You know, everyone needs their support system, needs the people there for them. And in my particular story, I feel like it was magnified because of the mistakes that I was making and how far in the last 3+ years I've been able to come, only just because people weren't just like, screw you, dude. You know, you're a piece of shit. Like,
Right.
Which easily could have.
Yeah. Well, there may have been some people that said that.
Yeah, I mean, there might have been, but I might use that to motivate me. But
I appreciate the perspective of, you know, while it may be like, you know, you are, you know, receiving this award, it really is kind of the representation of the community that has got your back and all the people that you've named. So on behalf of all of us, don't fuck it up. Okay.
You know, it's so good. Are you wanting to move better, feel better, and live better? Look no further than Move Bloomington, where their small group personal training programs are designed to improve strength, balance, and flexibility. With a welcoming environment, their expertly guided workouts can help you feel supported in the life and activities you love in and out of the gym. Whether you're new to exercise, a lifelong athlete, or anywhere in between, their dedication to personalized programming will deliver sessions that meet you where you are. Visit movebloomington.com to learn more and get started today. Constellation Stage and Screen presents Next to Normal, the electrifying Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning rock musical. See it on stage September 4th through the 21st at the Waldron Auditorium in downtown Bloomington. With a soaring, unforgettable score, Next to Normal delves into the heart of a family shattered by mental illness but held together by love. Hailed by the New York Times as a transformative, feel-everything musical, Next to Normal is on stage September 4th through the 21st in downtown Bloomington. Find tickets at cconstellation.org. I've been using WaterTech pools for all of my pool and hot tub needs for 2 seasons now and cannot recommend them highly enough. Jason, Brian, and their entire team are incredibly knowledgeable and can help you with your next pool installation, closing or opening, or just helping you maintain your chemicals and cleanliness throughout the year. They even do custom stainless steel pools. Learn more at Jays, that's Jays, watertechpools.com. Season 9 of the No Dishes podcast is presented by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. I've been seeing them for the past 5 months and have lost over 50 pounds using tirzepatide. But they do so much more than just weight loss. Whether you're suffering from fatigue, loss of motivation, poor sleep, or other wellness concerns, Game Day Men's Health can help. Check out GameDayMen'sHealth.com today to schedule your free testosterone test and consultation to get yourself back in the game. Better business, better community. For over a century, the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce has been a cornerstone of business growth and community development. They are dedicated to helping local businesses thrive. Their business is all about your business. Join the chamber today. Call 812-336-6381 or visit chamberbloomington.org to learn more.
All right, we're peaking here, so let's keep going up, okay?
Yeah, that's so funny. Well, dude, like after Taste was crazy because it was such a high.
Oh, I bet, man.
To organize an event that was just that successful, like I told people the weeks after, I'm like, dude, just reality doesn't. It just seems kind of boring now.
Well, you're like riding that buzz probably for like a week or so, but you're still in there, scooping ice cream and making blizzes, and getting team schedules made and doing the normal work you would normally do.
Right, but it all just seems so kind of mundane, which I don't want to sound screwed up, but like I'm very grateful and appreciative for the life. Like I love all the shit that I get to do, but like coming off of that type of event and that kind of day, and then just for a couple weeks after, just everywhere I go, dude, like that was so much fun. Like you and the committee did great. It was just like, it was very surreal.
You get that afterglow effect, right? Like you can just kind of feel that residual energy. And obviously people are coming around still, telling you about their experience or what story they had about the day.
Yeah.
Maybe the thing you should do next time.
Yeah. Well, plenty of people had some feedback on what we could improve on, and on Reddit and on Facebook. And I looked at all of it.
Yeah.
And
I know you have. We've talked about it. I think one thing I appreciate about the way you go about things is you do listen to what people are saying, and you don't just brush anyone's opinion off, because you can't see everything, and that, right? You need other people to tell you the thing, and you've said that from day one. Even if I was like, hey man, I'm gonna grab some chocolate mousse on the way home. You're like, tell me if X, Y, Z, something wasn't right, and like I value that. Like sometimes it's hard to speak truth and not have it come off as like a criticism, but you want to obviously be providing great service and great experience for people. So
thank you. I can't go in as a customer and get the experience unless I put on a really bad fake mustache.
You get the best experience every time, right?
Yeah. Like I don't know if I've got a good enough makeup artist that they don't.
We should try.
Ooh, that could be fun. That's some good content. We'll film it. We'll put me in a ridiculous outfit.
Get some Meta glasses on or something.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been seeing Meta glasses before I got Facebook banned.
Let's talk about that. Yeah. Well, so you had this big event, you're getting an award. You're running these events that require you to promote things online, and then you just get banned on Facebook with no recourse and no reason why. And for what now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It's been, by the time this episode comes out, it'll have been 2 weeks. So
it feels like for me forever.
No, well, I know. Yes. Cause you've had to make the No Dishes episode posts.
Right.
And I still can do the Instagram, but dude, I support local businesses just posting their stuff to foodies all the time.
Put them tag them in a comment or something.
Yeah, or when Spud Shack's opened just a few weeks ago.
Take a picture.
Went in there the day they opened, post, and it takes 10 minutes of my time, but it has a great impact where people are like, oh, this is open now. I didn't know it. And so that's what kind of kills me the most about not having my Facebook, is not being able to run my business pages. The chocolate mousse, I can't access the chocolate mousse page, the No Dishes page, the bingo page, the taste, whatever, which is kind of really annoying. But fortunately, people like yourself or Caleb, who does the social media for chocolate mousse, they can access them and still post stuff. But it makes it to where I can't go share these little experiences I have dining out on the town to support local businesses, which sucks. But from the personal side of Facebook, it's kind of been a nice little break. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what I did. I might have posted something political that someone didn't like, and then
I think because when you told me the first time that you got banned, I was like, oh, let me go look on his profile, to see what your post was. You're not even you don't even show up on my results.
Yeah.
You're like a ghost.
Yeah, it says people can't. It says so. I submitted the appeal right away, and it's until this appeal is whatever, people can't see your profile. You don't exist on Facebook. Excuse me. And
it's some country artist, I think, shows up as my top hit.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis, the country singer.
Yeah, the country singer, and then Jordan Davis, the defensive lineman for the Eagles, who went to Georgia.
Both two alter egos of yours that we won't highlight in this.
Yes. But yeah, so I submitted an appeal. It's this typically takes a little over a day. So I don't know. I think I might have posted something that someone didn't like, but there was nothing that I think went against community guidelines or any of that. But anyway, yeah, if you're looking for me on Facebook, that's what happened.
What I'd be curious about, because I kind of brought this up in the realm of, you do these events, right? You do bingo, you DJ, and I see a lot of you and Duggar posting pictures, promoting the event, getting people to show up. Have you seen, like, in the week or two that you haven't had this, like, an impact on those, or has it kind of been whatever?
It's too early to tell.
Okay.
But yeah, it stinks. You know, I do Brothers Bingo every Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
That's established. The kids that show up to that don't even probably have Facebook.
Gotcha.
So not a big deal there. But the one that stinks is the Wednesday night we do at Yogi's.
Yeah.
We're trying to get that one a little more established, and we are drawing a crowd that may be more inclined to use Facebook.
Sure.
And I'm not able to share to, I mean, I've got, I think, like 3,000 connections or something on Facebook. And I'm like, that's a huge reach.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I love like getting it, maybe not an argument or having a discussion with a friend. And we're like, let's put this out there, you know, into the universe and the Facebook universe and see what people think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a quick way to just get like, get feedback. And so I've had my Facebook for like 20 years. I got on there when I was like 15 or 16. So because it said if my appeal is denied, that it's permanently gone and there's no other recourse, like no other appeal process. So fingers crossed. I know, woe is me. Such a tough lie. Oh, it doesn't have his Facebook.
Well, you've done a lot of these different things did require a social media element. I mean, going way back, like 10 plus years ago, Food Truck Friday. Right?
Yeah,
like you
of course.
started Food Truck Friday probably using Facebook event.
100%.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
And a lot of the things now have kind of come out of that for, I don't know if you did events before that, right? Like,
yeah, well, it's just it's just tough. I mean, it's an easy way to put stuff out there to a lot of different people, and it's honestly kind of eye-opening how much control they have over your ability to reach out to those you know. So it's a good little reminder, like get that cell phone number of someone that's more of an acquaintance. So if you do need to reach out to them, you can. And I don't know. But anyway, I didn't mean to talk about getting banned on Facebook.
Well,
for
it's funny.
10
You
minutes.
mentioned one of the things you like to do, like kind of on the personal side, is like, well, let's float this thing out on social media.
Yeah.
I know one long-standing one. I actually saw a
hoping you
video
were gonna bring it
meme that had to, I forget now where I saw it. It was like someone was doing something about like condiments or sauces or something like that, and they're like it has to be like wet and drippy that's a condiment.
So my
it's
buddy,
like a video or something like that.
my buddy Tim Bonner and I, we were sitting at B-Dubs years ago.
Is this origin story right now?
Yeah,
Are we going origin? Okay.
Yeah. And we're like, dude, we should start a thing called Barguments, which Barstool has now done, but we were early geniuses. But anyway, it all stemmed from us sitting there and we're like, what qualifies as a condiment? And so I go to Wikipedia and it says like salt and pepper are condiments. I was like, those are not condiments. Those are seasonings. Anyway, if you want to get people riled up, start this conversation because I'll share it like every year and it gets like 100 comments. So do you want to, this is our definitive list.
How many, do we know what the
I think it's
count?
27.
27?
So
almost like the alphabet. It's the condiment alphabet.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's good. So I'll just run this through and then chime in on YouTube, Facebook comments.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, there you go. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, obvious. All condiments. Barbecue, cocktail sauce, tartar sauce, steak sauce, Worcestershire, ranch, blue cheese.
I mean, who puts raw Worcestershire on like a oyster maybe? Like what is, real quick, what does someone put like plain ass
I don't know, but you'll
sauce
see
on?
it at places just on the, like that's a kind of, it's like boom, it's just there. Okay. You add it to stuff. I don't know. I don't add to random stuff.
All right, so start at Worcestershire.
Yeah, you're good. Worcestershire, ranch, blue cheese, Heinz 57 specifically, horseradish, like horseradish like sauce. It's a thing. Sweet and sour.
Not wasabi.
Yeah.
Like the white stuff.
Yes, prepared like you would do your prime rib. It's like horseradish mixed with sour cream.
I love horseradish.
Very specifically the BK Burger King zesty sauce.
Okay.
Hot sauce, relish, wasabi is one. Chick-fil-A sauce, Frisco sauce, tzatziki, teriyaki, Big Mac sauce, malt vinegar, soy sauce, syrup, honey, fish sauce. That's it. That's the list. It's definitive. Anyway,
I can feel it already in the zeitgeist. People are getting riled up. What about this?
What about sour cream? What about pesto?
What about butter?
I know butter is a good one, but we won't dive into it. Maybe we'll bring Tim on sometime and we can have the full blown debate.
I feel like this could be like a multi-hour debate, like we got charts and stuff.
Oh, it
It's
easily
that
could.
Charlie Day meme with the lines
when he's
connected.
in the Jose, whatever. They're like, I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's in the mailroom trying to. He's like, this guy doesn't exist. But yeah,
I have to admit, the first time you read, I did get worked up about it. I
People-
felt like I had to prove something
Yes,
and be
people-
like, you missed something.
People
or-
get very worked up, but that's part of the fun. That's why I did it when I was like, this is definitive, because that's part of what gets people riled up. Oh, this. And so it's like, it's silly. And then it's obviously from an American perspective on what is a condiment. Obviously, it's going to be different in different parts of the world. But I'm like, our thought process is to us right now, what is a condiment? And there's no like hard guideline. You can't, it's like, it's in your heart. It's like,
Well, speaking of like, it's American, right? Because like
Yeah.
malt vinegar is often with fish and chips in the UK. Was malt vinegar?
It
on
was.
the list?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was? Okay.
Yeah, malt vinegar
That must
was.
have been in the where
Yeah,
I
but
started
again,
zoning
like,
out.
what are
I
little
saw red
things-
in my eyes.
yeah, when it's like some things like blue cheese is one, like, but balsamic vinaigrette isn't. But like,
yeah.
I feel like that's more of a condiment, whereas balsamic vinaigrette is more of a dressing. So there's crossover between things.
Yeah.
But I hope this gets people riled up because it's so much fun to debate, and you just can't take it too serious.
I know, but until you do, I mean,
Yeah.
I take my condiments very seriously.
I mean, I obviously do. It's yeah.
If you had to choose one off that list,
Oh man,
I
that's
know.
tough,
Right? I know
dude.
you hate choosing favorites, Jordan. Maybe
I
we'll go
think-
3. We'll go 3 then. You could only live with 3 for the literal rest of your
Yeah,
life.
let's. I mean,
there an easy
hot
one?
sauce is very multi. Used on a lot of things.
You typically aren't into like a super spicy kind of guy.
Yeah, I like hot sauce on like eggs, and that's pretty much it. But barbecue sauce has got to be one
Yep.
of the 3.
Yep.
All the different types of mayos and aiolis, so that would be in there.
Sure.
And then mustard, if you include like honey mustard, whole ground mustard, so like probably go that.
Oh man, you had this one mustard. Was it like a week or 2 ago at your pool? It was like a sweet, spicy mustard. I don't know. It was like kind of almost orange.
Yeah, that was. I think that was actually a mayo.
Was it a mayo?
Yeah, it
No,
was like, but I
was
know
a
that
mustard.
sauce you're talking. Was it? I don't know.
think it was.
Oh no, it was a mustard. Yes, you're right. Yeah, it's a sweet and spicy mustard.
That was hidden, dude.
It's still in my fridge, buddy.
Yeah.
Get the hot dog out of the hot dog warmer.
Well, that's the best part of condiments is you've got to have something that's part of a condiment, right? It goes with something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a condiment by itself? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a fun thing to think about. I forget how we even got started on all that.
Facebook, putting stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
Getting the world involved.
See, you're the host. Yeah, you've got to bring it back. This is nice. Normally,
Yeah.
as the host, I have to if the conversation gets off topic, I got to bring it back, and now I don't have to worry about it. That's all you, buddy.
Well, I think, it's been, I want to say, somewhere around 2 years since you and I did our first, me interviewing you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't really interviewed anyone since then, I don't think.
Yeah,
Maybe
well-
1 or 2,
well, you
like Lewis and
interviewed-
Caleb.
Yeah, you did Caleb
Mm-hmm.
Poor, who runs the social media for Parks and Recreation and helps with the Chocolate Mousse social media. He did some
Mm-hmm.
No Dishes social media for a little bit. And then Lewis Rogers from Busman's Holiday.
Theme song.
And then I interviewed you once.
Yeah.
And then
right.
you interviewed me once. But that's your only time that you've really kind of been on camera
Yeah.
for an extended amount of time. But Garrett, before we move on, Garrett's what makes No Dishes go. I have the easy job. I show up and I interview people. Garrett's always right over here. You'll hear him laugh every now and then, probably at the guests, not me. But Garrett, again, he believed in me 2 months sober and what this was and what its mission was of highlighting the Bloomington food scene and the people behind it, which is incredible. And so it's really fulfilling for us to do. But he's helped me in so many ways to operate like a business, to be more organized.
I don't know. Are you really that much more
More
organized?
so than
Jordan?
I was before you came along. But no, Garrett.
You are going in and doing the spreadsheet on your own.
Yeah. So I do
That's
I
impressive.
do the booking. I typically will write the description for the episode, but Garrett does all the editing, uploading that puts it to YouTube, to Spotify, to all the other audio streaming services. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Well, I'd be curious. This is a leading question. There's an answer I'm looking for. We've talked about looking back in the rear view, but let's look forward to the horizon. What's coming up next that you're really excited about? Anything particular to No Dishes that we should maybe let our audience know about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Garrett had a great idea. Well, so it's
Let's
taken,
give the backstory. Yeah.
yeah, it's taken several different forms. Where at some point, and we might do this. Bye, Harper.
Bye, Harbor.
You're making the episode whether you like it or not.
Yep.
But yeah, so I early on wanted to do this thing called the Dishies. which would, I don't know why I always thought it would be hosted at the Bluebird. I don't know why, but in my mind, it
It's
was
a good venue.
It was an awards ceremony, but the only people that could vote on who won, so very similar to the Bloom Magazine Awards, the Herald Times, but ours is only people that work in restaurants in Bloomington can vote.
Like currently.
Yes.
Like right now.
Yeah.
At
So
the
it's
time of
only
voting.
the only people voting are industry people.
Show us your tip outs from the last night to vote, right?
Yeah. The No Dishes Podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurant and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes Podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at visitbloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town. The Bloomington Town Planner is a community calendar owned and published by local residents John and Sharon Martin. Mailed out to Bloomington homes in December of each year, it features school schedules and community events. And don't forget the coupons at the bottom of the calendar. They'll save you money and help you decide on the next restaurant or retailer to check out here in the Bloomington area. Town Planner also has an online calendar which can be found at townplanner.com. Make sure to sign up for their weekly e-newsletter so you can stay on top of all the fun events going on around town. Anyway,
You get more votes.
But that was the
less
initial
it
idea.
was.
But we've talked about doing these events, and I kind of forgot about it. Been very busy, but Garrett's like, hey, let's do a No Dishes happy hour.
Yeah.
And so we're looking at doing a happy hour. It's weird because I'm like talking to you, but I want you to tell the audience.
them.
So we're looking at doing a happy hour where all of our listeners, viewers can come hang out with us, maybe some other guests that have been on the podcast. And we've got a date set, not ready to announce it yet, but
You don't want to make another exclusive?
I mean, we
haven't confirmed it with the location
I haven't
yet.
confirmed the venue yet, but we do have a
We
time
have a date
set.
and time in mind, so we won't announce the venue yet.
Okay.
But we can say the date and time.
Was it the 11th?
It was at, so we normally film No Dishes episodes on Tuesdays.
Correct.
And there was a Tuesday in November.
November 11th.
that I was like,
think?
I couldn't say no to the number
I thought
11/11.
I thought I put it on my calendar, but it just says No Dishes recording. Anyway,
11/11
yeah. So 11/11
Tuesday.
from 4 to 6, I think. Probably 4 to
4,
6.
6, 4:30,
But get
6:30,
ready on
something
your
like that.
calendar when you get off work on the 11th to come hang out with us, maybe Uptown Cafe. But I need to talk to them and confirm.
Yeah. Unconfirmed location.
Yeah, that's where we want to go.
We'll probably buy like some apps or something to share, but like other, guests can come and buy a drink or get a dinner or whatever,
Yeah, we'll put out some apps funded by No Dishes.
Yeah.
Funded
We'll make a few dishes.
Yeah. There will be some dishes, so don't be. But anyway, yes, exclusive. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Come get a drink, hang out after work, eat some apps. We'll all just shoot the shit. And it'll be a
I'd
good
love
time.
to. This is a stretch goal for myself. So I feel like if I put it out there now on the podcast, it might make it more real. I'd love to see if we could maybe get some kind of swag that people could get there. Like, I know we have our mugs, but like maybe a couple more hats or a shirt or like a coaster set or something. Maybe
do a
work
little
with Bad
raffle.
Knees. I don't know. Yeah, door prize raffle.
Yeah, and you win a
something
No
to like
Dishes hat.
show some support for us if you want to rock out like a No Dishes swag. That'd be cool. We should make that available to the folks that come.
Okay. We're brainstorming.
Yeah,
on
I don't
it.
know.
It's
I don't
good.
know what it looks like. We got to obviously like see what the numbers allow us to do.
Right.
What was I going to say? Yeah. So all of this came from. I'll go a little origin story. I won't do the long version,
Yeah.
but I want to say it was like a year and a half ago. You and I were invited up to a podcasting group, like a networking group in Indianapolis, with Chris Spangle leading the charge with some other local Indianapolis podcasters to be an ambassador in a networking group for podcasters. They're called In Podcasting,
Like Indiana.
and that was Chris has been doing podcasting for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. He's a part of some major podcasts with millions of downloads.
Yeah.
He's been on some TV shows.
Bob and Tom, Miss
Bob
Pat.
and Tom, Miss Pat. Exactly. Yeah. Please name drop.
No, I will. I'll
Yes.
do it for it. Chris
Yeah.
is hilarious. He's awesome, and he deserves recognition.
Yeah, his whole thing is what he's seen his successes in for podcasting is we create this community around our topic about our show, but we need to find a way to get together as a group, as a community. So, we're in people's ears every week. They get to know you,
Right.
but we don't know who they are. So I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting some of the listeners who I don't know, tune in and hear what they want to hear. Like, I'm open to ideas. I want to know if there's things we could change or do different or add to what we're doing already.
Well, it'll be good because we've thrown stuff out there in the past and haven't gotten like a whole lot of comments or responses. But like, I run into people all the time on the street like, hey man, I love the podcast. And that makes me so happy. Please keep doing that because we can look at numbers all day. But when we have one-on-one interactions with people in the community that say they listen and they like the content, like that makes it all worth it for us, at least for me.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not about the numbers. I just want to know who's behind those numbers. Cause I look at them and I say, oh, we consistently have this many people downloading the audio version, this many people watching weekly on YouTube. So there is a contingency of folks. Hopefully they can make it out to this, but we'd love to do it. I think maybe like a quarterly-ish type thing, change up the venue, maybe get some other food people kind of involved at different locations, be a community event where we can also engage with the restaurant community and our community.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I think it'll be great, man.
Yeah. So now we got to hold our feet to the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
We put it out there for real now.
No turning back.
Nope. So 11/11 Tuesday. What else is on the horizon for you, man? What are you looking forward to, I guess, in the next couple months, year as Jordy under 40? Yeah.
I hate it so much. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. Staying busy with the bingos Wednesday, Thursday. My buddy Tim and I do that. I started it at the old Yogis way back in 2016. It's been like 9 years now. It's been forever. Been DJing at Brothers a ton, doing Root Cellar, the 3 boards I mentioned, specifically the New Hope for Families, everything they do. We're going to have Emily Pike, the executive director, on here. They're incredible. One other thing I'll tease out there, we're putting together a DJ showcase the night before Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
My friend, our friend, Colin Duggar and I.
DJ Duggernot.
DJ Duggernot. But anyway, that was actually really good.
We'll clip that for him.
Yeah, he needs to get that on his sample pad. But no, night before Thanksgiving at the Blockhouse, we're doing a Bloomington DJ showcase.
Okay.
We haven't announced it yet. Another Dishes exclusive. Where we're just gonna have like a bunch of local DJs do 20 or 30-minute sets and suggested cover, and it all goes to New Hope for Families.
Nice.
But they have an incredible success rate. They keep kids from having to live on the street. They do early learning, like daycare. It's everything New Hope for Families does is incredible. So that's been very fulfilling for me. So excited to see how I can continue to help with some of the tasks that they've given me to help that cause. Went out, Chocolate Mousse has some stuff that's in the works. We've been meeting, went to Bedford this week for a meeting, last week, went to Columbus for a meeting this week, looking at potentially adding soup as a thing. Let me know what you think about that as like, because you want soup for
ice cream soup for me.
Well, you told me that.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, you want soup when it's cold and for lunch, and you want ice cream when it's warm and for dinner, like after dinner. So you might see some additions coming there, and I don't know, man, just staying busy and trying to just keep my nose to the grindstone and do what I got to do. And the whole committee for Taste, everyone's back. We're running it back. It's the same exact crew. We all get along really well, have a lot of fun. But yeah, man, that's about it. It's just doing the nonprofit board stuff, keeping Chocolate Mousse, seeing what we can do. One of the big sacrifices Chocolate Mousse made for Taste was a lot of the time that I normally would have been focused on Chocolate Mousse initiatives and things we could do to be a good, sustainable business was time I ended up spending on Taste.
Right.
So it's kind of been turned back to, for now, what can we do for Chocolate Mousse that's exciting and cool and pays homage to our history and gets people in there. And then, Bingo's going to do its thing. DJ's going to do its thing. And that's about it, man. I'm a very lucky individual.
Yeah.
I love being able to do stuff that is fun.
Absolutely. Well, it's always fun to hear about what you have going on, when we interact here before and after the podcast, and maybe at a pool day or something with you. I'm intentionally not asking the question of tell us your backstory, because we did that on that episode 2
Yeah,
years ago.
Go back and listen.
Look for the episode that has Jordan's moped. Was it a moped or a dirt
my
bike?
moped. No, it was a moped.
Was the cover photo?
Yeah.
Where we talk about growing up in West Virginia and Carmel and
Working
moving
in
around,
restaurants
laser
and-
tag, Charlie's.
Laser tag world champion.
Yeah.
Worked at restaurants for 20 years now.
Absolutely. Not Southern. Sweetgrass. Now Southern Sun.
Yeah, Sweetgrass, O'Charlie's, MCL Cafeteria, Old Yogi's, Country Club, DJ'd at Night Moves. I don't even know if we talked about that on that one, but I DJ'd at Night Moves for like 2 winters.
Yeah. That'll keep you warm.
Yeah. No, it was
the winter. Come on.
A lot of fun experiences that have brought us to where we're at today.
It's a young person's job. It was a fun experience as a young man.
Yeah, you get an interesting perspective on life DJing at a strip club. I'll tell you that much.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Well, I know we were trying to keep this episode a little bit brief, have a little Jordy under 40 minutes.
No, this has been great.
Just trying to drop that in as many
I
times
know,
as I can.
I can tell.
Anything else you want to cover with us outside of, Taste, the awards, the nightlife events, chocolate mousse wise?
No, man. Just I guess the number one thing I'd love to leave everyone with, and I appreciate them listening. I know it's not as exciting as us having a cool different guest that's with a different awesome bakery or restaurant or coffee house or whatever. But one thing I think that a lot of people get bogged down in Bloomington is negativity, whether it's towards homelessness, whether it's towards construction of new buildings. And there just always seems to be so much negativity with a lot of stuff that goes on. And it's not like it's not warranted. I understand the frustrations of a lot of it, but I don't think it does any good to just constantly complain and not try to gain understanding. I think a lot of people, if you really dive into some of these issues, you'll see there's a lot of really great people in office that work for the city that are really trying to make changes and are in it for the right reasons. Nothing's going to happen overnight. I think growth and progress is good. I think the new convention center is going to be incredible. And so just instead of just complaining, just like try to figure out solutions, try to figure out how you can help, what you can do, be active members within our community. Bloomington's an incredible place, and I think we take that for granted, and it gets lost in our everyday life, and it weighs on me, the negativity. And so my thing, it's come up in conversation a lot lately, so that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, figure out a way you can help. Try to have empathy for others, understanding of situations that we're in, and be solutions oriented and be part of the solution, and not just sit back and be a keyboard warrior and just like, it's just, I don't know. It's a great community with amazing arts, amazing people, amazing food, amazing education, amazing outdoor activities, like you name it. Visit Bloomington's been an amazing sponsor of ours. They've got a great resource. I'm grateful to Game Day Health for being our presenting sponsor, Move Bloomington, the Chamber, Bloomington Town Planner. I'm missing one other. WaterTech. Jay's WaterTech Pools, and then all the other people.
I have to say thank you to WaterTech Pools as well.
Yeah. But just, to everyone that's currently sponsors us, thank you. To everyone that has sponsored us in the past, thank you. If you ever want to sponsor, reach out, please. But yeah, it's just cool because I love doing this. And I'm so, again, grateful to you for believing in it and growing it to what it is now. And just what we get to do is awesome. Whenever we get feedback from people like, oh, hey, like I had so-and-so say they watched my episode of the podcast and they loved it and they got to hear their story. And I love sitting in that chair and getting to hear the story of all these people in our community that make it go. So I don't know, try to keep perspective, be part of the solution, and just appreciate Bloomington for this gem that it is. And let's just, as a community, work together as everything falls apart on the federal level to just at least make Bloomington the best that we can, and realize that there's so many people that we disagree on a lot of issues with. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people really want the same thing. They want a community that they're proud in, a community that's safe, a community where you feel like your hard work is rewarded, where you can afford to live. I think at the end of the day, a lot of people can agree on what we want. And so I think if we can continue to focus on that, not take away people's rights. I'm just going on a rant now, but that's all I'm leaving with. I only get one opportunity in this chair.
I'm seeing some public debating practicing happening right now. And,
no debating. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not debating, but maybe stating, your position on things. No, I think that's all a great message. I totally agree with. I think when it comes to a community. I mean, even just looking at what we do here on the podcast, you know, I can't do this without you. You can't do this without me. That's a very micro version of it. Look at the taste. You couldn't have done it without the 80-something vendors or the 10,000 people coming or the people who make the food in the kitchen or the beer months in advance.
It's all about collaboration.
Or, you know, it's like if you're looking with as far as the negativity aspect of it goes, right? If you can put forward an answer or at least find a fun way to show what the answer could be, like getting a Dairy Queen Blizzard with cheesecake in it because the chocolate mousse doesn't have cheesecake, now you've solved that problem for yourself.
That's a very, very interesting example. But
that's all I could think about when you're talking about negativity was like Jordan was very upset that chocolate mousse didn't have cheesecake bits.
I don't know if I was very upset, but
upset enough to get Dairy Queen.
I was the change I wanted to see in the ice cream world.
That's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing. You wanted to see it back.
Yeah,
and it's back now.
But yeah, thanks for this has been fun. This has been a good
Thanks
time.
for coming on the podcast.
Yeah. Do I get to take a mug with me?
You can have a mug, and we got a window cling for you.
Fantastic.
In case, I don't know if anyone has ever noticed this around town. Yeah. Hopefully, someone has noticed at some point that whenever we have a guest on the podcast, if they have a brick and mortar shop, we give them one of these little window clings, like, you know, you might have seen, what was it, like Zagat's or like a member of the chamber.
Yelp did them, member of the chamber.
As a way to say they've come on to support us to be a guest. We support them, and you know, do you want to learn more? Hungry for more? Learn about the business.
Yeah,
they've been on the podcast.
If you see those, tell someone like, "Hey, I watched the episode. It was great." I was turning around here. I'm so thrown off. It's so good.
That's your camera today.
Or 40 minutes in, I'm still, what are we doing? But yeah, thanks to everyone that listens. Tell people that come on that you appreciate them and everything they do. And if someone hasn't been on that you want to see, let us know or let them know that they should reach out because we want to just keep covering the really cool people in Bloomington.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Thanks man. You're the best.
Have a good one.
Woo! You're still here. You made it, champ. I'm proud of you. Thanks to Game Day Men's Health, all of our other sponsors, and to G Baby Garrett with Green Hat Media. See you next time. This episode of the No Dishes Podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Garrett Portinga of Green Hat Media in beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
No Dishes Media.
No Dishes Media.